Let me ask you just one thing about the information he was putting out. What am I missing that I'm not that impressed by the information? Some assessments of our allies and their capabilities, troop positions for Ukraine and Russia in February and March. That concerns you a little bit. But what did he have that was so great?
I hesitate to say this, but I'm struggling to say this. I agree with Chris Cuomo. I think the information is interesting. It's troublesome. In terms, if you look at a contrast to somebody like Edward Snowden, let me give this to you through the lens of someone who did this for a living. The first question you have to ask yourself when you're asking about the significance of the information is not just whether it was top secret. The first question is simple. Did it give the adversary an advantage? Do the Russians or others get an advantage of what he leaked? Does it cause us huge problems? You know, there's some information there about communications from the South Koreans, which we shouldn't be intercepting. Does it cause huge problems with allies? I think the information is troublesome. It should never be leaked. In terms of if you're putting it on a scale, Snowden is A+ or an F, depending on where you are on the spectrum in terms of leaks. He should be in jail forever, but the information is not by far the worst I've ever seen, by far.
You think he should be in jail
Chris
forever?
Cuomo was right. Not
you
for,
think
okay,
he
that's
should
an
be in jail
overstatement. For a long time. I wouldn't say for 50 years. I'd say for at least 10. The issue here is not only the penalty to the individual. When I first shifted over from the CIA to the FBI, one of the things I learned initially, I should have known this as an American citizen, is the value of deterrence. We're not only putting someone behind bars for, let's say, 10 or 15 years. That's what I would say for this case at a guess. You're also telling every other 21-year-old, 23-year-old. When I first got access to top secret information, I was 24. I was an idiot. I would never have done this, but to suggest that somebody at that age has good judgment, that's a stretch. But the point is, you're sending a message to every other person in an Air National Guard across the country or everywhere across the CIA, the FBI, and the military. If you ever do this, you will not only destroy your career, you will destroy your life. It's not only about law enforcement and the law, it's also about deterrence, Chris.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.